Hey guys, and welcome back to this episode of Kitchen Island. Today's episode is all about fettuccine Alfredo, so stick around and I'll show you how to make this easy yet decadent recipe. So one of my favorite dishes is Alfredo pasta, and Cameron's actually not a huge fan of pasta at all. I actually made this for him one day. I think we were in, it was around Christmas time, around the holiday season, and I made this for him for dinner one evening and he could not stop eating it. It's really simple. There's not a whole lot of components that go into this dish, so that's what makes it super easy. So if you're ever on a Friday night wondering what to make for dinner, pour a glass of wine and whip up this dish and you've got restaurant quality, if not better, Alfredo pasta. So to get started, we're gonna put 4 quarts of water into a pot and get that boiling. So let's go ahead and turn that on a high heat. To that, we're gonna be adding a little bit of salt and extra virgin olive oil. So just a pinch of salt and just a tad olive oil. It gives it a little bit more flavor into your pasta. So while that's heating up, we want to go ahead and get our chicken prepared. So this is actually a rotisserie chicken that I've purchased from the grocery store, and in my opinion it makes the best Alfredo because it's already cooked, it's already seasoned, it's got all those nice juices inside the chicken. All you have to do is take it off the bone into a dish, and then you're going to be mixing this into your cream sauce. So let's go ahead and get that going. And sometimes you can use the skin because there's so much flavor in the skin. You can actually put this into your skillet with your garlic and butter if you want to get some of those juices off, but we're not going to be doing that in today's recipe just for time's sake, but it definitely adds a little bit more flavor to it if you want to do that. Alright, so we just got everything off the chicken. I've just crumbled and peeled that apart into a bowl, so we're just going to set this aside and clear off our cutting board. So now we've got our chicken pulled apart, ready to go, so we're going to get started on our sauce, which is one of my favorite components because it's all that cheese and garlic and butter. Let's go ahead and get our skillet started. We're going to turn this on a medium-high heat and add 4 tablespoons of butter. While the butter's getting all nice and hot, we're gonna go ahead and chop up about 6 or 7 cloves of garlic. Alright, so our butter is just melted, so we want to go ahead and add our garlic to this so they can melt together. You should hear a slight sizzle when you add that garlic into your butter. And go ahead and give that a stir. Get that nice and incorporated around your pan. So while your garlic and butter are incorporating together, you want to go ahead and chop up some mushrooms because we're going to sweat these into our mixture. These are just the regular baby portobellos that you can get in your grocery store. These were already washed and everything, so all we have to do is cut them up. Alright, so we got our mushrooms chopped up, so let's go ahead and add this with our butter and garlic. Just spread them around in your pan so they're nice and even. And we're going to give these a toss. That butter and garlic with the mushroom smells really good. This would be a nice time to take a good sip of wine. Looks good. So we've got our butter, garlic, and mushrooms in a pan. They're sauteing, they're smelling amazing. So our water is actually coming to a boil right now. So we want to go ahead and add our pasta, and we're going to cook that for about 13 to 14 minutes until it's about al dente. All right, so now our mushrooms and garlic and butter are nice and browning. So once you start seeing your garlic and mushrooms kind of starting to brown, you want to go ahead and add your heavy cream. So this is going to be a 6-ounce carton of heavy cream. I added about 2 more ounces, so 8 ounces total, just because I like a little bit more creamy. If you want like a thicker sauce for this, you can always just do a 6-ounce carton, but I went with a little extra just for a little bit extra creaminess. So go ahead and add this into your mixture of mushrooms, garlic, and butter. This is my favorite part. It looks so pretty. Go ahead and stir all that together. Telling you guys, this is like one of the easiest recipes you'll ever make, and it tastes so good. So, I mean, in my opinion, you can't really go wrong with heavy cream, butter, garlic, mushrooms, and cheese, and pasta. All right, and to this, we're gonna be adding about a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of pepper, and about 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. And then just mix all those together. The smell of that Italian seasoning just elevates and lifts this dish up so much. Alright, so you want to let those melt together for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to be adding my favorite part, the Parmesan cheese. So we'll let that sit for just a minute and come back and add this. Okay, so it's been about 3 to 4 minutes. All of our heavy cream, seasonings, and garlic and butter and mushrooms have melted together. So now it's time to add one of my favorite components, is the cheese. So I've mixed a 6-ounce bag of shredded Parmesan cheese with about 2 ounces of mozzarella just for a little extra creaminess. So let's go ahead and add this into our sauce, and we're gonna mix that together. So right now we want to turn this down to probably a medium-low heat and stir all this together. Look at that. Yum. How can you not love that? So this is a nice creamy consistency to my sauce. If I was to only use the 6-ounce carton of heavy cream, it'd be a little bit thicker right now, but I'm liking the thinner sauce right now. So our sauce is done. We are ready to incorporate our chicken now. So go ahead and grab your shredded chicken that you did earlier and go ahead and put this into your sauce. Give that a stir. I promise you, when you make this recipe, you're never going to buy store-bought Alfredo sauce again. Now our pasta sauce is all mixed together, looking delicious, ready to go. Our pasta is actually done itself, so we're gonna go ahead and strain that and plate it. So let's go ahead and turn our heat off. Now we're putting a generous portion of our Alfredo sauce right on top of our pasta. It smells so good, you guys. Now for a little garnish. I've chopped up a little bit of spinach just for some color and to add a little bit of greenery. You can use fresh parsley if you want, but I like the taste of spinach, so I chopped up some spinach leaves. And I personally like sun-dried tomatoes. I feel like it gives like a nice, rich, little bit of a sweetness to a dish, so I'm gonna be adding that to mine and leaving it off Cameron's because he's not a huge fan of it. And last, a little bit of shaved Parmesan because you can never have too much cheese. And lastly, probably one of my favorite components is a nice fresh baguette. Just break off a nice big piece to put in your bowl. So there you have it, guys. Super easy chicken Alfredo that you can make at home. It's easy, it's delicious, it's restaurant quality, if not better in my opinion. Pour yourself a nice glass of wine and enjoy this dish. For the full recipe, please check out my blog at StayFoxx.com, subscribe to my channel below, and I'll see you guys next time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, all about,
Super easy at home. Only make it on certain days.
I only make this on Tuesdays. I was gonna say StayFoxx.com. That's my vlog.
I think you should start off because I forgot what you said so many times just to repeat yourself.
How many people are here? It doesn't matter. And follow the recipe.
Follow the recipe on Instagram.
Okay.
That was good. That was going places. Okay, hurry up.
That was going places. Okay. Ole.
Okay.
Okay.
Take it from the top.